Hi YouTube, and welcome to my 31 week update with Rainbow Baby. 31 weeks. Ooh, it's going by fast. And then please excuse me, I am sick again. I don't know what's going on with my immune system, but yes, I am sick again. My throat and my nose and doing a lot of coughing. So yeah, but let's get started. Baby is moving a lot more than he was before. Now, me, I am noticing him moving, but it's not as much as it was before. I can't say that I felt him move more. I don't know if that is because of his size. I'm not sure. So, okay, there's that. Baby moving more. Okay. Sorry, I was like, that doesn't look like what I wrote. Okay, now the baby is creating neuron connections with the brain. So, they're making what is going on with my handwriting? Neuron connection with the brain. All right, sorry. So now he's beginning to process information and track light because of the neuron connections. So, like he's using all five of his, like he can understand now because of the neuron connections. He can understand now all five of the senses: smell, taste, what he's hearing, seeing, which the eyes now are processing light with, the irises now are now dilating and contracting. They say that the baby's eyes are blue. I'm not sure if that is for babies that have brown eyes, who are going to have brown eyes. It could probably be blue, but they have no pigment in them still. So this could change between now and delivery. May not. The baby is now 16.18 inches and weighs 3.13 pounds. I'm positive my baby is bigger than that. I don't know. I have a doctor's appointment Monday, and my husband is like fed up with it, and he said he's coming with me, but we'll talk about that. Baby can now turn his head, so I guess they had no motion. I guess they're starting to like actually have neck now, so they can turn it and like towards the light, away from the light, whatever else. But yeah, that's what's going on with baby. Now, what's going on with me? Like I said, I've been sick. Excuse me. First, Saturday, the 15th, I was supposed to be going to pick up a toy for a birthday party, to take my son to a birthday party that afternoon. I had been having contractions all morning, and it was mixed in with Braxton Hicks contractions and regular contractions. How do I know this? Because the regular contractions, I was feeling them in my back. And I felt, with these contractions, I felt my whole body just kind of tense up. And I was trying to breathe through them, which I don't know why they tell you to breathe. It didn't really work. Whatever. So I was trying to breathe through them, and it wasn't really helping. So then I have the Braxton Hicks, and I would just feel it really tighten up in my stomach. Now, they say with the Braxton Hicks, your stomach is not supposed to tighten up. Mine's have been. And my stomach would get hard with the contractions, and like I've said before, they get really my stomach gets really misshapen, and I guess because my uterus is contracting around the baby, so it would probably give it that lumpy type look. It lasted. I went to the birthday party. Anyway, even though my father-in-law was taking me to my car because my husband went to work that morning and left my car at the bus stop, at one of the bus stop areas. So he was taking me to my car, and driving out of the parking garage, I felt like a warm sensation. And that's probably TMI, but I felt like a warm sensation down there, and I was kind of like, I don't know what that was. I know I didn't pee on myself, so I'm just going to forget it. Still having contractions while we're heading to the car. Go to get out the car, and then the breeze hit me, and I'm like, oh, I'm wet. Why am I wet? What is that? And then I remember the warm sensation. I'm just like, okay, well, I hope my water didn't break. I told my father-in-law, and I think I freaked him out just a little bit. So he told me to get back in the car. He was taking me back to the house, and he was going to go get the toy. So that's what he did. Still ended up going to the birthday party, having some contractions at the birthday party. Started slowing down towards the end of the birthday party, still having them though, but they started slowing down. It wasn't as bad. Next day, Sunday, same thing. And I would have to say I was pretty sore because of the real contractions and like tensing up and stuff like that. My back was killing me. And my butt, I don't know, I guess I was squeezing my butt. Every time I'd have a contraction, I was squeezing my butt together. So my butt was sore, like I had worked out. And then while I'm still feeling like sore, I'm still having contractions. And I started noticing my throat was hurting me as well. So I was like, okay, what is going on? So I'm going to go wash my hair today. It needs to be washed. It's so misshapen and out of whack. I'm going to wash it and try to relax. But anyways, so I was like, okay, I think I might be getting sick. Monday, still having contractions. This is the third day. And I'm telling my husband, as he's calling me from work, and he was like, you know what? Just get your stuff together. We're going to go to the emergency room once I get off of work. So once he gets off of work and he gets home around 6:30, we head over there. And they hook me up. They hook me up to the machine. And he's moving quite a bit because they couldn't find his heartbeat at first. And then they hooked up the contractions or whatever else. And the nurse started complaining to me. She was just like, well, when's the last time you ate? And I was like, this morning at 10. And she was just like, well, that's why you're in pain, because you didn't eat. And I'm like, I want to be like, no, ma'am. This has been happening for 3 days. You really think I haven't ate in 3 days? No, it has nothing to do with it. I didn't eat because I was feeling sick, didn't feel good, didn't have an appetite. Every time I moved, I kind of felt nauseous. So I was like, I didn't eat. My husband kind of ran with it, and I'm sitting there like, really? Like, I eat. Trust me, I eat. So he wouldn't be this big if I didn't eat. I eat. So they kind of ran with it. She made me some graham crackers and drink some nasty juice. It was supposed to be cranberry cocktail, but it was like, ooh, this tastes like metal. I drank it, but whatever. So that, and at the end of it, she was like, well, yeah, you're having contractions, but they must be Braxton Hicks because you're not dilating. So I'm happy I'm not dilating. I said, but me and my husband kind of looked at each other and like, Braxton Hicks are this strong? So they can be, they can vary. And I'm just like, they're not just Braxton Hicks. These are not just Braxton Hicks. I know it. The lady was kind of getting on my nerves. But she's like, yeah. Also, they found blood in my urine. So I was like, well, what's that about? She was like, well, maybe it's the beginning of a UTI. And I'm sitting there like, I drink water. Before I came, I drank like 10 glasses of water to where my mom was like, okay, drinking all that water, you're going to throw it up. You know, you might want to calm down with that. But so I know it's not because I haven't been drinking water. I've been drinking lots and lots of liquid. I know I have because I've been peeing a lot. So I don't know why there's blood in my urine, but that's what she said. So she was like, well, you go to the doctor soon, and if you're worried about it, just go to the doctor the next day. But we told your doctor that you had the blood in your urine and that you're not dilating and that you are having some contractions, but they're Braxton Hicks contractions. So pretty much at this point, I was just frustrated. And guess what, y'all? I've still been having contractions. But I just be kind of like, I don't know. I've been kind of blowing them off because I don't want to get there and then they'd be like, oh, well, they're just Braxton Hicks again. And it's just a waste of time. So I go to the doctor Monday. And my husband is coming with me because he says he has some questions. I'm actually finna have a contraction right now. I feel it. Hold on 1 second. Whew. Okay, I'm still having them. Still having it. I'm gonna try to talk through it, so I won't make it a long video. But see, with the contractions, you lose your train of thought. Okay, I have a doctor's appointment, and my husband is coming because he has questions to ask. Because first, he wants to know what's gonna happen if he gets too big and I can't push him out and they have to do a C-section. When in fact, you're telling me that you could induce me, but y'all don't like to induce unless it's an emergency. But I think this would constitute as an emergency, him being too big and I can't push him out. It's just a whole bunch of things because at one point I was telling her, I said, yeah, well, how did this go? Because I was induced with my son because because they were telling me, I had a really good sized baby in there and I wanted them to I'm gonna have to call him back. And I wanted my mom to be there. So they induced me. So I was asking her about that. She was like, well, we don't really like to do inducing here unless it's an emergency or you're just in too much pain, you can't handle it. And I was like, okay, well, all right, I understand that. Then we come back to the next house appointment and he's measuring huge for what I am. And you're telling me that, we don't like to induce. But you just told me that you don't want him to get too big because it's dangerous for me and him. So what? Like, okay. So yeah, we're going to take care of that. He has dropped a lot. Dropped a lot to where it is hard for me to close my legs at all now. I'm still having the heartburn. It's just bad. The heartburn is bad. Regardless of what I eat, if I take the Tums, it's still like you're going to have heartburn. Me, that's how my body's, you're having heartburn regardless. Still having leg cramps if I don't stretch it out right. I haven't been sleeping at night because I can't get comfortable with anything. So this part of my pregnancy is horrible. It is horrible on me. So yeah, it's hopefully I just made 32 weeks this week, so hopefully 32 weeks will be a better week for me. Because I at least want to make it to June. What is it? June 23rd, because I'll be 37 weeks. At least want to make it to that. If he decides to come early, or if they decide to induce me. 37 weeks, June 23rd. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, let me show you the tummy. Whew. Excuse the towels. Oh my gosh, yes, he's dropped so much. And I don't know if it's because he's dropped, but gosh, is it the angle I'm at? Because it looks so much bigger. That I'm starting to have loose bowels. And I heard that was a sign of labor. Let me know if it is or isn't. But yeah, that's starting to happen, and that's how big I am. And it's just like sometimes gotta lift them up. But yes, okay. Also, I have decided to do a video on what's in my diaper bag. Excuse me. So my hospital diaper bag for the baby and what's in my bag for myself. I will do that once I do the bag for myself, because I have not done that. I haven't done that, not at all. But I pretty much have everything for the baby in the hospital bag that I need. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me for my 31-week update. I hope to see y'all for my 32-week update. And y'all have a nice day. Bye.